Do the last two. Don't worry about anything else, because these are in or not the last two. It's the last three. The one in the middle is the error.
Yeah. Oh, I see. Yeah, not that one, but okay, I got it.
I didn't receive them in the chat channel.
You didn't receive it?
No.
Oh, okay. Let me just resend. Hold on one second. All right, I'm gonna send it. I'm gonna send it to you, Sonia.
Okay.
And then that way, yeah. Oh, it won't. It won't let me send you it. Won't let me send you the file. So let me just.
Okay, well, just send it to me email. But wait till we get done. You
okay.
know?
So all right. So let's start.
You want me to send it to you in email?
I can send it in an email. Yes.
So the last two I see is Lydia Nicole Goals. I see Lydia Robert on red carpet. And
no, you don't want that one. It's the one before that that says my affirmations.
Okay. I'm opening it right now.
Okay. And I am going to start sharing my screen so you can do this PowerPoint thing. Okay. And can you see it?
Yes.
Okay. Perfect. All right. So welcome to my goal setting workshop, Creating the Life You Want. I think that goal setting is an amazing, amazing thing. So my first question to you is, have you written your goal? Have you written goals before?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
And okay. How did it go?
Pretty well.
Okay.
When I sold my house, I wanted a certain number, and I didn't get quite there, but, you know, I was persistent about it.
Okay. Anyone else have anything to share about their goal setting time?
Ever since I was a little girl, my mom always said, well, ever since you were a little girl, you'd say you want to do something, you did it. You always set goals. And I think, yeah, I really have. But I think as I've gotten older, like we talked about last week, my relationships changed. But yeah, I set a lot of goals.
All right. Okay, so the best way to predict your future is to create it. And to me, that's what goal setting is all about, is aiming for something and hitting the mark. So I'm gonna give you a little bit of my background. I'm an actress, I'm a writer, I'm a comedian, I'm a content creator, I'm a producer, I'm a speaker. And my goal story started when I was in 8th grade. I started doing vision boards. This is actually this is like a 30-something year old vision board that I had. And I'll tell you a quick story. Robert Redford was on my vision board for a long time. And every time he was doing a movie, I would submit. He was working on a film called Milagro Beanfield Wars, and it was a lot of Latinos in it. And I was like, okay, this is the one, I'm gonna get it. And I was sending pictures and resumes to him every day. I would drop by the office. This was before 9/11, when they shut down the studios, wouldn't let anybody in. But before 9/11, you could actually walk on the lot. And that was, I knew where all the offices were, because I would do my drop-bys. I would, drop off my pictures and resumes. I would bring donuts and little goodies so that they wouldn't want to throw me out because I brought them a gift. And so when he was doing the film, I was bombarding him. He had his secretary call my agent and said, there's nothing for her. She's too young for this. We know her. Don't worry. So that was it. So then he was doing a film. There was a film called Indecent Proposal that was getting cast. So that was it. I was like, okay, this is the one. So I submitted my stuff, and lo and behold, I got an audition. Not only did I get an audition, but as actors, you probably know that many times you don't hear other people's auditions. But God would have it that I was in this small trailer at a Paramount Studios, and I could hear every single audition that was happening in the trailer. I mean, because it was so thin. And so I was the last one to go in, and they were taking people in pairs and they were doing improvs, and I could hear the casting director getting a little exasperated because nobody was really following the directions. And I was like, oh my God, this is going to be great. So when she came in, she said, you have any questions? I said, no. And I ended up bringing a guy who was coming out of another of another audition. He was coming out with another woman. I said, well, there's nobody to go in with me, so you're coming in with me and you're going to get this part. And we went inside. I nailed the audition because I had heard all the feedback from everybody else, so I knew what to do. Lo and behold, I got the part. It took me 12 years of having Robert Redford on my board, but I finally got to work with him, and it was the best time. I had the best couple of days with him, and it turned out that the gentleman who was the director of the film was, I worked with him on my first extra job, and it was his first job directing. And I had the best time. It was the best time. The director let me do anything I wanted. I got to stay in a closed set rehearsal between Robert Redford and Demi Moore. I was in heaven. So I just want to let you know, goals do happen. They do work. If you put it out there, it comes to pass. So so as a kid, I was always putting up pictures of singing groups and singers and people I wanted to meet, and I didn't quite know goal setting that yet, but I knew about vision boards, and I didn't know that's what it was called. But I would make these collages, and I would see myself with these people. So at about 13, I decided I was going to go to a radio station, got it, and ended up working at the radio station. I just moseyed on to the station and ended up staying there for about 4.5 years. And I got to meet all these amazing people that I had on my vision board plus. So that to me, so as a kid, I started learning about putting out your vision, casting the vision. And I started writing my goals in high school, not resolutions, not New Year's resolutions, but actually goals. So here are some of the stuff that I've accomplished through goal setting. Making the 5 Heartbeats is a documentary that I produced last year, and my goal was to take it to get an award. I really wanted Oscar, but we didn't figure it out till it was too late, and it was the little engine that could, because we were doing this film independently. So we learned that to run a campaign takes a lot of money, which we did not have, and a studio, which we did not have, but we made it to the long list of the Academy consideration, which was great, considering we had no prior knowledge on how to do any of this, and I was doing it by myself. But what I learned from running the Oscar campaign, I was able to put it to use with the NAACP Image Awards, and that got us a nomination. And it was through goal setting. And so the next thing is, as a comic, as a female comic, I learned that there weren't a lot of spots for female comedians on shows. If they put one female comedian, that was it. So my goal was to get on stage, and how I did it was to create a Latin women's group. I had done another female all multicultural group, but then I moved on and did this Latina all comedy show. 5 of us, we were able to get an album. We were able to do a tour. We got all kind of press, but it came through goal setting. Wow. Why We Laugh is another documentary that I it was the first project that I was an associate producer on.
Mm.
And so that was another goal setting thing. And then A Rose Grows in Spanish Harlem was a one-person show. And
Wow.
all of that was through goal setting. From writing it to workshopping it to taking it to New York, it was all based on goal setting and planning and getting it done. Then the last thing is the Common Sense Mamita show, which is a weekly web series that I do to help people in the industry navigate through the business and the creative process and all of that. So I've been doing that 8 years. And with that show, we set goals every 3 months of what we're going to do, how we're going to tackle it, what we want, and keep raising the bar on it. Other goals that I've achieved was I was able to move to Los Angeles. I became a professional working actor through goal setting. I got to sign with my first theatrical agent. I began a stand-up comedy career. I became a regular at the Comedy Store. I produced and starred in 2 female comedy shows. I got to tour my show to colleges and different places. And I also got to, which I didn't, oh, here they go. I got to become a motivational speaker. I got to speak to over 100 schools and colleges and Bible studies and youth correctional facilities and artist groups. And one of my favorite goals was getting a Land Rover Discovery. That was that was my goal. I worked on it for like 4 years. Hi, Chelsea. I figured it all out and was able to do it. So I am a big believer in goal setting.
Congratulations. I want to acknowledge you, Lydia.
Thank you.
Powerful woman, you.
Thank you.
Yeah.
I'm a big believer. It doesn't matter who you don't know. It doesn't matter what you don't have. It doesn't matter what you can't do. Where your strength really is in writing down your goal. And when you write stuff down, things show up. Carla, you had your hand raised?
That was an applause for you.
Oh, okay.
I have my hand raised.
Oh, you had your hand raised?
Yes. The 5 Heartbeat movie.
Yeah.
I saw that at least 4 times. That is a well done movie. I like that.
Oh, yeah, it's a great movie. And the documentary is phenomenal.
Congratulations.
Okay.
Wow, I got
Thank
to
you.
see that.
Thank you. So I wanted to jump in and talk about the difference between a poor goal and a better goal. Because sometimes people write out goals, but they don't really set it up to win. So like what I consider a poor goal would be happy. And I've seen this. I've done a lot of workshops and I've seen people put be happy, have a lot of money. These were kind of like versions of what I've seen people do. So be happy, make a lot of money, get a job, buy an SUV, take a vacation, start a business. Those are great ideas, but they're not fleshed out. So let's look at what better goals would be. Be happy at work by exercising daily and listening to positive information. Make 100K from selling 4 online courses in 6 months. Get a job as a sales director for Facebook in 2 months. Buy a 2020 Toyota Sierra SUV next month. Take a two-week vacation to Fiji during Christmas holidays. Start a social media company in 1 year to help small startups. So these goals are more defined. They still can get, they still can be tweaked more and get more crystallized to really help you get where you want to go. But it's much better. It's a much better start than the first column of goals. When you're doing goals, when you're getting ready to write your goals, you really want to think big. Otherwise, that goal is not really a goal, but a task list. You know, it's a to-do list. Think big. That's the whole purpose of goals, is to think big, then trust yourself and make it happen. You have it in you. So the question is, why set goals? Does anybody want to answer that?
So you have a destination of where you're going.
Yes. Anyone else?
It gives you direction. I think what I had to learn about goals for myself is that, and I still have to relearn it. I have to retell myself this, is it's so easy to go, my goal is this. And then if it's not happening, I somehow didn't achieve my goal. But what did it set an intention, and that's why I think, and my company's intentional acting, that it set me an intention, it set me in a direction that led me, and again, like, it gives you a destination, but also what can happen in that direction is really powerful.
Yes. What is
It's
a
also,
goal?
oh, sorry.
All right, go ahead. No, you
Oh,
go
I
ahead,
was
Carla.
going to say also, to add on to what you just said, Lauren, it's also about who we become in the process of pursuing the goal.
I totally forgot that from in life.
Okay, so what is a goal? A goal is a dream or desire with a deadline attached. A goal, okay. The difference between a wish and a goal is wishes are passive and goals are active. If you don't believe me, close your eyes and wish for $1 million. Now open your eyes. Did you get it? No. But if you write it as a goal for yourself, you are halfway there. So, again, to encapsulate what a goal is something a person wants to accomplish. What is goal setting? Goal setting is the process of planning how you will accomplish the goal successfully. Why do we need goals? Goals give you a clear roadmap to help you get to the future you want. And I think that's really important to keep in mind. If you're in a rut or you're feeling like, you know, life isn't going your way, you have the power to change it. And it starts with a plan. It starts with, what do you want to change? You know, I always hear people say, oh, my life is horrible, I hate my life. But can you see a different future? Can you start to imagine something better for yourself instead of constantly speaking the negative of your situation? Write down what you want. And here's why we have to write it down. Goals are not goals if you don't write it down. So Mark Murphy in a Forbes article said, people who very vividly describe or picture their goals are anywhere from 1.2 to 1.4 times more to successfully accomplish their goals than people who don't. That's a pretty big difference in goal achievement just from writing your goals on a piece of paper. So in the Bible, there's a scripture, Habakkuk 2:2-3, that talks about writing the vision, making it plain, pursuing it. That if you pursue it, it will come. Even if it takes time, it will come. And this is a scripture I wrap around myself all the time. My contract with God is, if I write the goal, if I work on it, he's going to partner with me to make it so.
Slow down for a second. I want that. I want a picture.
Okay, go ahead. Snapshot it. And you can look it up. There's some other versions of it, like the Amplified is a good version. The this is the No, I don't have the version it is. But the Amplified is good. Something that I love to do, just a side note, when I'm looking at scriptures in the Bible, I tend to look at 4 or 6 versions of that scripture so that it can give me more of the heaviness of what it's actually saying to me. And if it still doesn't help me, I will go to my dictionary and start looking at every word, the definition, so that I can really get an understanding of it. Habakkuk 2, 2, and 3, in the King James Version, it says, write the vision, make it plain. And it, though it tarries, wait for it will surely come. That's the King James Version.
Can you say what you said, your contract with God? Can you repeat that, please?
My contract with God is, and I remind him of Habakkuk 2, 2, and 3, because in the Bible, in Isaiah 55, I think it's verse 4, it says that God's word does not return void, but it accomplishes everything it set out to do. So my contract with God is that I speak his word regularly to manifest whatever it is I'm looking for. And to me, Habakkuk 2, 2, and 3 is a direction from God telling me to write down my goals. We have made a contract. If I write it down, if I am diligent with planning it out, then God is going to show up and help me to fulfill it. Part of writing it down, and I'm jumping ahead of myself, but part of writing it down and reviewing it daily is that sometimes you'll read it and then you go, oh my God, I can work on this today. Oh my God, I can do this. Something will drop in your spirit to say, okay, here's something for you to get your goal. Or here, you can clarify it even more. So to me, there is nothing as potent or powerful as writing down the vision, hooking up with God and saying, let's do this. Because he wants us to have in Jeremiah, in the book of Jeremiah, it talks about, I know the plans I have for you, plans to prosper you, not harm you.
29:11. I think it's 29:11.
That's it. Plans to prosper you, not harm you, and give you a future. So that God is all through the Bible, there are clues that God drops to say, I have success for you. Follow this. And to me, Habakkuk 2, 2, and 3 is one of those, and it's not even a clue, it's a direction. If you write it, it's going, and if you write it, if you nurture it, I'm going to bring it for you. Period. End of story. I don't need to know anybody in any business. I don't need, because he's going to open doors that no man can shut. He's going to make a way for me that when there is no way. But it is,
yeah.
Go ahead.
Oh, it just, it's so funny. I get down on myself, but then I forget, like, the most powerful goal that came true was for me. And I wanted to direct on General Hospital. I wanted to get on the set of General Hospital. It took me 4 years, but I did. And so many miracles came along to make that happen. And then when I would share that story with other people, I remember being in restaurants and and I'd start to tell the story and I'd hear the music from the show in the restaurant, and I'd be like, oh, there's the theme to General Hospital while I'm telling this story, and when I did get on the set and I got out of the car, I came back to get in the rental car, and I got in the car, and on the radio there's the sound, and it's powerful. Thank you so much.
Yes, absolutely. So this is the second part of the of of an excerpt of the article I took on Mark Murphy, where he talks about writing down your goals. Does somebody want to read the first paragraph, if you can?
Sure.
Go ahead, Carla.
Writing things down happens on two levels: external storage and encoding. External storage is easy to explain. You're storing the information contained in your goal in a location, for example, a piece of paper, that is very easy to access and review at any time. You could post that paper in your office, on your refrigerator, etc. It doesn't take a neuroscientist to know you will remember something much better if you're staring at a visual cue, aka reminder, every single day.
Does anybody want to read the second one?
I will. But there's another deeper phenomenon happening: encoding. Encoding is the biological process by which the things we perceive travel to our brain's hippocampus, where they're analyzed. From there, decisions are made about what gets stored in our long-term memory and, in turn, what gets discarded. Writing improves that encoding process. In other words, when you write it down, it has a much greater chance of being remembered.
Something else he mentions in this article, and that is that men tend to write down their goals more than women.
Oh, interesting.
Yeah, which I...
Well, we're going to stop that now. We can stop that now.
That's right. That's right. So, yeah, but it's important that when you have a goal that you write it so you can see it with your eyes, you can put it in your mind and in your heart, you know, and speaking it. The Bible talks about life and death being in the power of the tongue. So when you speak life about that goal, speak it out. You know, it also says faith comes from hearing, and hearing from the word of God. And so even though this isn't directly to goal setting, I apply it to goal setting, which is I speak the goal out. I speak it in the affirmative. And we're going to get to that further down, but I just want to start planting that seed in you, that goals are not just the written goal. It's the writing, it's the speaking, it's the constantly taking it into your spirit, because there's power in that. We tend to take on a lot of negativity. We'll rehearse it, we'll nurse it, we'll curse it, you know, but we have to reverse it. We have to reverse that negativity that's coming at us, and just put in us what it is that we desire, instead of speaking out fear or speaking out discouragement or you know, life is over quotes. In the book of Joshua, chapter 1, from like 6 to 9, God says, be courageous, be strong, do not fear, do not be dismayed, do not be discouraged, for I, the Lord, am with you wherever you go. If you're walking in fear, I just want to let you know you're not walking with God, because God does not dwell where fear is. It doesn't mean you can't have a moment where you're afraid, but when that comes up, rebuke it, send it back to the pit of hell where it came from. I'm not receiving that. Get out of here. You know, because you're making the choice to let fear take over your body, your mind, your energy. You gotta cancel that. I did not order that on Amazon. Send it back. That is not mine. You know, and just walk knowing that God is with you, and wherever God is, blessings flow. Because that's the God we serve. The God, well, you know, the God I serve is all about blessings. So when fear or confusion or desperation or discouragement or even the possibility of thinking of committing suicide comes to you, that's a spirit that's trying to kill you, trying to snuff you from your destiny. So, Sonia.
My mother always tells me fear and faith cannot be in the same place. So that's what you're saying.
No, it can't. There's only, I tell this, I would tell this to my Bible study students all the time. There's only one seat inside of your heart. That seat either belongs to God or it belongs to the devil. You get to decide whose seat it is. And if you start pursuing fear or horror stories, you've just kicked God out of that seat and brought in the devil. And one thing that is really important to know is that God never imposes himself on you. That's something the devil does, but God never imposes himself on you. So daily, what I would suggest is that you invite God to come in you and cover you and protect you and walk with you. Because that's a daily, it's a relationship, right? We're talking about money being a relationship. We're talking about time being a relationship, having a relationship with goals. Well, we also have to have a relationship with God, you know, and remember, he is a gentleman. He will never, ever impose his will on you. He's given us free choice. Even though this culture has it twisted, and you have churches and pastors and ministers trying to oppress you under the guise of Christianity or whatever religion. God is not a God of oppression. He's a God of choice and love. He wants us to come freely to him. So blessings flow freely from God. There's a scripture in the Bible that says God's blessings add no sorrow to it. There's no strings attached to God's blessings. There's no, you know, a lot of times people will pray in error and go, well, if you do this for me, Lord, then I'll do that. But that's not how God works. You just ask and he gives. That's the God we serve. So not that you asked for it, but I'm gonna give it to you anyway. So any kind of goals can be gotten, from the small to the ginormous. You can set goals to get grades or degrees or relationships or for careers in business, personal, spiritual, financial, travel, objects, things, makeovers. Yes.
And you know, one of the things I heard from Tony Robbins when I was at the beginning of my goal for General Hospital, I heard from Tony Robbins, it stays with me. The desire that the etymology, however you say that word, of it means of the Father.
That's right. That's right.
Desire of the Father.
Right.
And I just, that old, right. So that if you've been given that desire, you've been given everything to make that happen.
Absolutely.
I just love that.
Absolutely. Anything is achievable through goals. Now, here we go. Goal setting comes with power and benefits. There's power and benefits when you do the goals. So let's talk about the benefits. Benefits to setting goals. It allows you to clarify what you want. It allows you to discard what you don't want. It puts you in the driver's seat of your life. It provides motivation. It offers structure. It makes you feel purposeful. It makes you more resourceful. It makes you feel accomplished, and it turns you into a winner. So, okay. And when we're doing our goals, I go back to faith, Hebrews 11:1. Faith is the substance of things hoped for, the evidence of things not seen. Goal setting requires faith. When you put that goal, you want have faith that it's going to happen. You know, Lauren, you had mentioned it took you 4 years for to get a general hospital. Sometimes the goal doesn't come at the time we've set. You know, we put the goal date. You know, we made a schedule and we said the goal is going to happen on Tuesday, July 21st. But sometimes it you got to move the date. You got to change the date. Don't give up on the goal. Just tweak it. Just shift it. So, so I don't know if you've heard, but there's a whole thing that they that's out there called SMART goals. A SMART goal is specific, it's measurable, it's actionable, it's reachable, and it's time sensitive. I've paraphrased it, but that's what a SMART goal is. So when you make a goal, you want to make it specific. I'm going to keep stressing, the more specific and clear, the easier you're going to be able to attain it. When you make your goal, make it measurable. You know, if you say, I want to make $1 million, you got to break that down. How are you going to make that $1 million? You want to break it down in bite-sized portions so that you have a plan. You might get it quicker, but at least you have something to follow, so you don't lose heart, or you don't lose your passion for it. A goal must have a plan to it. A goal without a plan is just a wish. Make your goal actionable. Your goals should have actionable steps. You know, if I want to make $1 million, then I got to figure out a plan, and I got to be able to start hitting those steps in that plan to get me towards that $1 million. And this is really important, this step right here. Make your goal relevant. Your goal should be worthwhile to you, meaning the why of it, and we're going to come up to it in a minute, the why of it has to be so important for you. It doesn't matter if nobody else gets it, but if that why is huge for you, it's you become unstoppable. It's like, I got to get this. I don't care. I got to get this $1 million. It's going to happen. You know, now you're a person with a mission. If it's not relevant to you, if it's like, well, I didn't get it, then you didn't set a big enough why for yourself. Something to take into consideration when you're doing goals is that there's always going to be obstacles. There are always going to be obstacles to your goal. You know, just like your mission, there's always going to be obstacles. There are going to be ditches to try to get you to give up. There's going to be all kinds of turns and valleys and, you know, thorny bushes to keep you from getting to that goal. Don't do it. Don't stop the mission. It says, Sonia, you want to read that?
Okay. When obstacles arise, you change your direction to reach your goal. You do not change your decision
Sorry, that was accidental.
to get there.
Sorry.
You do not change.
One more time. I'm sorry.
Okay, no problem. When obstacles arise, you change your direction to reach your goal. You do not change your decision to get there.
Yes.
I
Here's
love
one
that
more.
guy's name.
Oh,
That guy's name talking about changing direction. The guy
Ziglar?
Zig Ziglar.
yeah.
That's hilarious.
Can someone read that one?
I got it. If
Okay.
the plan doesn't work, change the plan, but never change the goal.
Just another lovely way to put it. If your why is strong enough, you will figure out the how. But the why has to be so big that we go back to the relevancy of the goal. What is your why? Why do you need it? Why must you have it? Why can't you live without it? Why is it so important for you to get there? It's like, that why turns you into a superwoman. It makes you unstoppable. But you have to have that why that can fuel, that can leap over tall buildings. You need that why, because the problem sometimes is people, when they're working on their goals, they make the how really big. And sometimes you can't see the how yet. Sometimes the how is nowhere to be found. But if you have the why, not only does the how start to come in it starts to come in focus, but all of a sudden synchronicity comes into play. All of a sudden you meet people that can help you, doors open up, grants show up, just all kinds of lovely things to help you get that goal, because your why is so strong. So just important, focus on your goals, not on your fear. Focus like a laser beam on your goals. Roy T. Bennett. Okay, so make your goal time sensitive. Your goal should have a completion date. And I love what Anthony Robbins says in this. Lauren, you want to read that?
If you talk about it, it's a dream. If you envision it, it's possible. If you schedule it, it's real. Oh, I love that. I don't think I've seen that one. Can you go back to that?
Oh, sure.
Wait. I forgot about that. I love that one.
Carla, will you read this one?
All your dreams can come true if we have the courage to pursue them.
Walt Disney. Sonia, can you read this one?
If you are clear about your goals and take several steps in the right direction every day, eventually you will succeed. So decide what you want, write it down, review it constantly, and each day do something that moves you towards these goals.
Amen.
Amen.
Amen. That's beautiful.
Okay. Goal setting is the first step to turning the invisible into the visible. Tony Robbins. So we're getting ready now to do the goals. Okay, be bold and courageous. Set audacious goals. Put it out there. Don't try to be safe with goal setting. Why? Your reason to reach your goal has to be bigger than your obstacle.
Oh.
Okay, now here we go. How to achieve your goals. Define it, write it specifically, believe it, plan it, break it into small steps, schedule it, review it daily, have an accountability partner, make it happen.
Okay.
Okay, so now so you guys can start getting ready to get your goals out, because we're getting ready to do the do. So you each got this page, and you can work on this on your own, but I've broken it down. So when I'm working on my goals, this is how I break it down. I write down my goal, and then I ask myself, do I need to make it more specific? And if I do, then I write it. I make it more specific and I write it down. Then I ask myself, why? Here we go. Why do I need to achieve this goal? You want to make sure your why is strong. That was a typo. What steps do I need to take to achieve the goal? So then you can start writing down the steps. So if I am looking to clean my debt, one of the steps would be to get my score, my FICO score.
Oh.
And then I would get all the bills that I have to work on. then the next step would be, how am I going to start to pay off those bills? So maybe it's $20 per bill every week or every other week, but I'm writing out what the steps are and I'm following through. So if I get my credit report, I have a sheet that's going to help me to go, okay, I have a lamp bill that's $75. So I think I can pay that bill today and get rid of it, get it off my credit report. I have a student loan for $500. I'm going to call and make, I'm going to call so that I can set a payment plan to pay that off. So that you're now putting steps in motion to get to become debt free. It's not, debt free could be like, oh, I want to be debt free, but that's not specific enough. How are you going to get debt free? Well, my credit rating is going to be pristine when I'm done. That's how I'm going to get my debt cleared. Then it's, what skills or resources or assistance do I need for this goal? Well, what I need for the goal is money. So can I put a certain amount of money from my paycheck into an account that I just start paying off these bills? That money goes right to the account. I'm not touching that money for anything other than clearing bills and clearing debt. Why is the goal important now? Well, the goal is important because I want to be able to buy a new car, or I want to be able to buy a house, or I want to be able to buy something that requires my debt to be clean. And it could be part of the same goal, or it could be a different goal that says, my goal is to get my credit score up to 750 or 825 or whatever the number is. Again, you would follow these steps. What obstacles do I see in getting this goal completed? Well, I know that for the next 3 weeks, my money is going to be tight. So what sacrifices am I willing to make to keep, to honor the steps of this goal? So if I know my money is going to be tight, then maybe I'm going to take money out of my food budget and put it into, so that means I'm not going to have any junk food for 3 weeks. And I'm going to be very careful on what I buy and not go over, because I really need that extra money to go to start paying off that debt. What is the timeline to complete this goal? I'm going to give myself 6 months. I think I can make it in 6 months. And then at the bottom, you put the completion date so that it's from start to finish. You got a goal, you got a date, and now it's finished. When you're doing a goal, it's really important to acknowledge the completion of it and to celebrate that for yourself. If it's buying yourself an ice cream, or if it's, having dinner with a friend, or having a glass of wine, but that you physically stop and just celebrate that moment, because it's a victory for you. You fought a good fight and you won. Usually when you're working on goals, there's some kind of warfare that starts going on. Sometimes it's mental, sometimes it's financial, and sometimes it's relationship. But it's the idea is not to get stuck in the warfare, but it's to defeat the enemy to get your goal. You're doing battle. To me, when you're writing goals and you're working on them, there's a battle going on, either internally or externally, and you gotta be prepared for that. You gotta see yourself as a goals warrior, and you're lopping off the heads of all those enemies that are coming against you. you know, you want to take them down. So, any questions in this portion? Sonia?
You're making it all so clear. I don't have any questions.
Okay. Okay. So
I
now
love what you said about what I said. I love that you're a warrior for the goal and that you have to honor the goal.
yes.
I love that. You know, like, I don't know, that's beautiful.
So let's start to break down the goals. So Sonia, give me your first goal.
To pass the CBEST test.
Awesome. And do you want to pass it? Do you have a score that you want to pass it by? Do you just want to pass it? Can you make it more specific?
Okay, the passing score for the whole test is 123.
Okay,
So
how about
that's
130? Can we pass
Okay,
it at
well, let's up
130?
it, 130.
All right, awesome. That makes it more specific. Why do you want to achieve this goal?
Well, if I pass the CBEST, I'll be eligible for the teaching credential that works with children kindergarten through 12th grade.
Okay, so my why to achieve this goal is so that I can teach kids
Right.
between elementary school and high school. I must
Right.
pass this. I must pass this goal. I must reach this goal because kids need what I have to teach them.
Right.
Do you see how big that becomes?
Yes.
It's not about a test. It's about you need this paper for your mission, which is bigger
Yes.
than the test. So then the test doesn't bog you down because your mission is much bigger than the test.
Correct.
So then
I'm glad you put it that way.
So then, what are the steps, the skills, the resources or assistance you need to reach this goal?
Okay. Well, I've done a number of things already because I have taken this test 6 times.
And this time you're going to win. But
All right.
go ahead.
Okay, I'm going there. So I saw my downfalls, and one of them was the study material, the reading comprehension. I have reading comprehension skills, but they're not at the level to pass this test. So the things that I'm working on right now are prefixes, root words, and suffix. I'm also working on reading the passages and answering the questions. The weaknesses I've pointed out, I go over the answers. So I'm on a study path to achieve passing this test. I passed the math test, but there's a reading comprehension, and there's also writing 2 essays. So those are the sections I have to work on. I do a meditation for it. I've looked at YouTube videos. I've had a private tutor. I just have to get it done.
So there's a great book called Limitless. Limitless by Jim Quick.
Okay.
And he teaches you how to learn differently.
Oh, okay.
It may help you a lot in just looking at the information that you have to study in a different way.
Okay.
I'm a huge fan of the book and of the man because I have dyslexia, and it has helped me immensely. I've read 3 books in 3 weeks.
Okay.
It's something I haven't done before.
Wow.
Mm-hmm.
And I read the book a month ago. He had a little book club. So every week you read, he gave you like 4 chapters. It's like 12 chapters, 3 to 4 chapters. And the way he teaches, and he also has YouTube videos on how to memorize stuff. And he's awesome. So I would include that in your resources.
Go on and see if somebody's on there.
Okay.
Just to look at.
I'm sorry, what is his last name?
Quick, Kwik. Jim is his first name, and the
Right.
book is called Limitless. As a matter of fact,
Okay.
I have it right here. Hold on, I'm gonna show you the book.
All right.
Oh, no, where did I put it? No. It's in my room. Never mind. But it's a wonderful book, and it just
Okay, I'm gonna
breaks
check it out.
down so easy. He talks about memorizing and speed reading, and he talks about writing essays, and he's just fabulous. I just love him. So I want to offer that as a resource to help you with the goal. Because
Thank you very much.
sometimes you need to step away from it, especially when you've been trying it over and over again, and it's like you need a different system to get you to reach the goal.
Okay, thank you.
Okay, so let's go back to the why. Why is this goal important to you?
Well, it'll help me have more money. It'll help me with retirement plan. Right now I'm a substitute teacher, so this would make me more marketable to be a permanent teacher.
Awesome.
Yeah, that's the
Awesome.
goal.
Awesome. So part of this, why is this goal important? You're gonna, just what you said, you're gonna make it into an affirmation.
Okay.
I have passed the CBEST test, and I am making whatever amount of money it is that you want, and I have a great a retirement package.
All right.
Okay, because as we're doing the goals, we want to keep being fortified in our fight to get it.
Okay.
It's like it gives you spears to
Yeah.
shoot at the enemy. The enemy's coming at you.
Okay,
Shoot
that's
those
it.
daggers, shoot those spears, get that sword, chop them down. So,
Lydia,
yes,
so when you turn your goal into an affirmation, you use you use
I
present
am.
tense.
you
I
always
am.
use I am.
Okay.
And we're
present
gonna,
tense as if it's already happened.
right, and I'm going to walk you through it. I have it further down, but I wanted to take this opportunity to share with Sonia, because she's got to get off at 11:30, so I don't want her to miss that part.
Thank you.
Now the obstacles to getting this goal completed.
Oh, my obstacles are people calling me that aren't talking about much. I have to limit those phone calls.
Okay.
15 to 30 minutes at the most.
Oh no, girl. They don't
That's
get
too
more than
long.
5. Yeah, they don't get more than 5 minutes from you.
Okay,
Set the
5 minutes.
timer. You got to
All
set that
right.
timer. You're on a mission. You can't be 15 minutes. Do you know 15 minutes will drain you? 5 minutes will drain you, but 15 minutes will wear you out and you have to take a nap. No, you can't.
Okay, 5 minutes. New goal.
Yes.
Okay. Another obstacle is just me doing it. Sometimes I don't feel like it, and I won't. So I have to get on a different mindset that if I'm reaching my retirement package, I got to do it daily.
So this is where an accountability partner comes in.
Oh, okay.
This is where you have somebody that you can check in and just say, I don't want to do this. I'm tired. And their job is to cheer you on and say, you can do this. You're almost there. You're almost there. You can do this.
Okay.
So you want in this portion, I would say you want a cheering section.
All right.
I would also put in YouTube videos of Oprah and Tony Robbins and people who are just automatic motivators. So when you listen to them, it could be a pastor. Like for me, I love listening to Stephen Furtick. I love listening to T.D. Jakes. I love listening. My pastor, his name is Tim Story, that they motivate me. They get me up and go, go, you got to go. You got things to do. So I don't really, one of the things that I've stopped doing is taking calls from people who are going to depress me or distract me from my goal. I will text them back and say, hey, I'm in the middle of a deadline. I'll reach back out to you soon. I don't give them 5 minutes because they've taken too much time away from me as it is. I'm not going to get that time back from them. So,
Exactly.
So you may want to look at how to fortify yourself in a different way.
Okay.
Because you need to get this goal done. And I would eliminate everybody and everything that has hindered you from reaching the goal.
Okay.
Just for, you know, you can bring them back in after you've completed the goal, but for right now, eliminate people from your life for this time. You know, and if you have to have them in your life, they only get 5 minutes. And I'm serious. Put that timer on before you call them, so you know from the time you made the call, you only got 5 minutes, and you say, "Oh, I gotta go. I got something on the stove. I gotta go. I gotta finish this." You know, make it urgent. You got to go because it's urgent. The building's on fire. You got to go put out the fire. You can't be chatting. No. So that's what I would say. And
all right.
When is your timeline to complete this goal?
I don't have a set timeline at this time.
Okay, no, you got to have a timeline.
Okay, let's
Otherwise,
say
it's going to take too long.
let's say October.
When is the test? When is the test?
Well, you can schedule it all through the year. So I'm going to say October.
Okay. August, September.
We'll go October.
Okay.
Do you take it online?
Yeah, I could take it online, or I could take it, you know, a paper test. But I can schedule the online ones throughout the year.
Anytime you want.
Yes. So I've given myself a timeline of October 10th.
Okay, perfect. Awesome. Awesome. Excellent. Okay, what's your second goal?
My second goal is to create a vision board.
Oh, great. Okay.
And I went through the process of how do I want to do it. And I saw some online, but I don't think that's going to help me. So I'm going to do a physical board.
Amen. I am a big believer. There is power in grabbing those photos, grabbing those words, and putting them to paper as opposed to doing a Pinterest board. I know that's popular, or doing some kind of online board where you put the stuff in. To me, I like old school. I like I like the feeling of just sitting for a time and just focusing on what I want and putting those pictures and those words, finding the right words to put on your board.
Yeah, well, I've collected pictures, affirmations. I have the goals in mine as well, which are in alignment with our class with Ruthie. So that's where I'm at. But I just decided the other day I need the vision to look at, not to go online with.
And then I would suggest once you create the board, take a picture of it on your phone so you can look at it.
Okay.
So that you can look at it when you're home and you can look at it when you're out. So if you're in the market, standing in line or waiting for an appointment or something, you can just look at your board, at your vision board on your phone.
Okay, thank you.
That's where the interactive stuff comes into play. You know, that's when it's good to have it digitally.
Okay.
So, and when do you want to complete it by?
Let's say, well, just put the board up, you mean. I would say August 5th.
Okay. Excellent.
Can I drop in really fast just to let everybody know that the women's group, the women's ministry at Marble Collegiate Church, is hosting a workshop on Monday night on vision board, building your vision board.
Awesome.
Oh,
So it's going
really?
to be an hour of work time with a group of women to create your own 3D vision board. So if you want, I can send that link around to everybody. If you're
Oh, I
interested.
would love it.
Yeah.
It's
That would be
Monday.
Great.
Thank you.
All right. So, Sonia, I know you have to leave at 11:30, so I want to make sure that I took care of you.
I appreciate it.
You're good. You're good. No
Good.
questions.
Thank you.
Okay. So now
No.
we will continue. So, Carla, what's your first goal?
I feel like I have to pick 2 new goals now because they're too scary.
No. Let's just do one that you
Okay.
have down.
Okay. So
This is
the first
perfect.
one-
It's perfect. Scary goals are perfect.
yeah. The obstacles are, it's interesting. So the first one is getting out of debt.
Oh, great. Hey.
And within 2 years.
Okay, perfect. Perfect. And what kind of debt do you want to get out of?
Credit card debt and student loan debt.
Okay. So
And
are
they're
you
driving me
also
down.
working on, will it clean your credit report?
I
That-
hope so, but I'm one of those people that is afraid to open my mail and look at anything, so I have no idea what my credit score is. So that'll be one step of my
Perfect.
goal.
That should be your first step.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay.
You can go on creditkarma.com.
Oh, is that to get it for free?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, thank you. Thank you.
And then you also, and it'll show you Equifax and TransUnion.
Oh, it'll show you both. That's great. Creditkarma.com.
Yeah, I think that's correct. And then you can go on, what's the other one? Equifax. What's the other credit one? I don't want to look it up.
Experian.
Experian. Yeah, you can go on there, make an account, and you can look at what you need to do there.
Okay. Thank
It'll
you.
give you your 3 credit scores for free.
Okay. Thank
Yeah.
you.
Uh-huh.
All right. So go ahead.
I was just wondering if I'm trying to set this in a larger mission, within a larger mission,
Okay.
and I'm having trouble coming up with that. Really, right now, my brain is having a hard time thinking beyond just survival. So it needs to be bigger than that, as you said.
How about your mission is to thrive?
To thrive, yes. My mission is to thrive, to stay in my home,
Yes.
and to be able to do my creative work.
That's a
Right.
great mission.
Okay.
That's sufficient. I think that's gorgeous.
Okay. Great. That would be the why. What steps to take to achieve it would be learning my credit rating,
Right.
coming up with a payment plan, I
Yes.
guess. I'm on forbearance right now for all of them, so
Yes.
that will end soon. Being disciplined,
Yes.
having a partner to a nudge, as Mario would say, a nudge.
Yes.
Um,
And I would say with that accountability partner, you should connect weekly.
oh, okay, weekly.
Only because, and the same for you, Sonia, with your CBEST. You should
Yes.
connect with that accountability person weekly.
Okay.
Okay.
Yours is going to come quick, and you need somebody who really that you can connect with. So you're going to meet with them on the phone. You're going to tell them what you've done, and say, I'm having a issue here. This is the breakthrough that I had last week, or this is what went well last week. The purpose of accountability partner is threefold. One is to come clean, right? You want to be able to be transparent with them.
Mm-hmm.
The second one is you want to be able to have somebody that you can acknowledge your wins with. And they don't have to be big wins. You know, you can just say, I worked on the root words this week
Okay.
for an hour. That's a win, you know? And the other part is I'm trying to figure out how to do this part so that you have a sounding board. Sometimes your accountability partner can give you some suggestions, and sometimes you just speaking it to somebody who's supportive gives you ideas.
Okay.
All right.
Great.
Carla, I'll be your accountability partner because we've got the same issues.
Oh, sure, Sonia. That'd be
Okay.
wonderful. Thank you. Thank you so
You're
much.
welcome. Yeah, 'cause
Amazing.
that was going to be one of my goals, but I said I can put it in the vision board, and then
Yeah.
I'm accomplishing two things because like I said, I've collected, but it's not gone up yet. So
I have,
yeah, I'll
I
help you
have
with
two
that.
resources for you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Two resources that you might investigate to see if they work. I don't know if you know about Debtors Anonymous.
I've heard of them, and I'm just thinking about looking them up in my area,
Well,
actually.
you know what? Right now, because of COVID, there's lots of online.
Oh.
and
I've been wanting to join a
literally go to
group
a
like that
meeting 3
forever.
times a day.
Wow. Okay. Also, we talked about, in another group, we talked about Under Earners Anonymous.
Yeah, if you're in debt, I would start with the Debtors Anonymous.
Yes. Okay. Okay.
And then I would really encourage you on that one because you'll get the support you need.
Okay.
And then also there's a program, Dave Ramsey has a great, you heard of Dave Ramsey?
No.
Yeah,
Oh,
he's wonderful.
Dave Ramsey and listening to his podcasts, and he's got Baby Steps
Excellent.
and an excellent program. So both of those, Dave
Thank you.
Ramsey, and I've done both and they help me a lot.
Wow. Thank you, Lauren. Great. Cool. Okay.
All right. So
He has a thing called Financial Peace University, is what Dave Ramsey has,
Oh,
which is
okay.
powerful too.
PEACE, I bet. Financial peace.
ACE, financial peace. It's about having financial peace.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm in a terrible place right now, and have a divorce about to happen, and I'm hoping to stay in my home. So, like, I'm trying to keep the negative out of my goals and think
so
of
we're
it.
gonna make some affirmations for you.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Let's
and
get
listen
you
to
some
that, and
affirmations.
listen. Dave Ramsey's podcasts really will help too.
Thank you.
Okay.
Thank you so much.
And also, there's so many resources right now with the virus
Yeah.
that they have programs to help you stay in your home.
Oh, that's true. I need to
Yeah.
look that up. Thank you. Because I lost my job. So that would, I guess that would be one of my obstacles. I've lost my job. I am able to get unemployment, but the PUA drops off next week. And I don't have much work coming for a year. The work that I do as a theater teaching artist won't get the bulk of my income, and that won't be back until at least the spring, maybe later. My unemployment will get me to the end of the year, but that, of course, won't cover anything.
Look at those two things.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you. And then let's see, why is the goal important now? The goal is important now because I'm hoping in my pre-COVID life, it would have freed up some funds for me to put toward my housing. And I'll be losing my health insurance soon, so I'm hoping it would be funds I can put toward health insurance.
Okay.
But really, I need to be free of it so I can move on.
Okay.
That's why it's important now. The obstacles we've talked about, timeline is tricky.
So let's talk affirmations.
Yeah.
So your affirmation for this is, I am debt free.
Have financial peace.
Yes.
I am debt free. I have financial peace. Is that what you said?
Yes.
Yeah. Beautiful.
And I am victorious with my divorce.
Yeah.
I'm living in my house happily, easily. I have to say, I set this affirmation, and I set it for a couple years. And it's funny, I didn't set it as a goal. I didn't have deadline or any of this stuff, but I had this affirmation that I live in a beautiful 3-bedroom, 2-bath house that, that is in a safe neighborhood that I can easily and effortlessly afford. And
That's
it happened.
beautiful.
And it happened. It
Wow.
totally happened. I could easily and effortlessly afford it. I live in it, and like on the first day that we moved in, there was a neighborhood watch that got together.
That's beautiful.
So
I can use that to apply to my own home. I can easily and effortlessly afford health care, blah, blah, blah.
And I would add not only healthcare, but that during COVID, I am making a living.
Yeah.
I'm thriving. I'm thriving.
Yeah, I'm thriving. Excellent. Thank you, Lauren.
Beautiful. Thank you so much.
And your timeline to complete this goal.
I'm trying to think about what's realistic, but I should
just put a date. Don't be again. We're setting audacious goals.
Then the audacious goal would be 1 year from now.
Okay, let's do it. You can always move the date. Remember, you can always
Oh, sure.
move the date.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, that's true. Okay. So let's say by September 1st, 2021.
Perfect.
Hey.
Okay.
To make your affirmation, I am debt free. It's September 1st, 2021, and I am debt free.
Yes.
Beautiful.
Like that.
Thank you.
All right. What's your second one?
My second goal has to do with social media. I have been running away from that, terrified for too many years. And I know that I'm just not going to be able to move on until I make friends with it. I don't use social media at all.
Okay.
So I need to
So what's the first platform you're going to have a relationship with?
LinkedIn, let's say.
Okay. Okay.
So
your goal is to become, so your goal is what with LinkedIn?
Learning and working with social media with comfort and ease.
Okay. Okay. And then we go to the second one. Is it specific? So specific would be LinkedIn.
Yes. Yes. That would be the first one.
Yes. So learn LinkedIn and learn how to use it to learn how to use it effectively to help you.
Yeah. Yeah. Great.
Now, why do you want to achieve that goal?
Because I want my skills, talents, and gifts to be of service to other people. And I want them to be out in the open, and I want to be able to offer them publicly.
Okay, so
not hide.
your why is to connect on a higher level with people who can buy your services.
Yes, yes. Okay.
It could also be global so that people can buy your service globally.
Okay. Okay.
So what skills, resources, or assistance do you need for that goal? Well, I'm sorry. I jumped. The steps. What steps can you take?
Well, I guess I have to go on and figure out many years ago by accident through an Actors Fund workshop, I set up an account.
Oh, great.
I've never used it.
Okay.
So I haven't even finished the profile. I guess I have to go on and figure out how to do that.
Okay, so the first step is to finish your profile.
Okay. And add a picture, I guess.
Add a picture, add your resume.
Yeah, okay.
And YouTube also has tutorials on how to set up a profile on LinkedIn.
Okay, that's excellent.
And once you have your profile, then you would want to do a tutorial on how to be effective on LinkedIn.
Okay.
So
And then maybe reach out to people who can write, what is that called when they write?
recommendation.
Yeah. They can write a blurb about you or something?
Yeah, they
Yeah.
recommend you. They do a recommendation of you. You know,
Okay.
that's what it is.
That'd be something maybe I could do.
Okay. And also start connecting with people would be another step.
Oh, for sure. For
LinkedIn.
sure.
Mhm.
Okay. Or do you think the first one I do should be Facebook? I'm not even on, I don't even use Facebook. Should that be the first one I do?
Well, I think what you want is to secure work. And
Yeah.
LinkedIn, probably your instincts for LinkedIn is
Okay.
on point. And then you can do Facebook.
Yeah.
Okay.
I've had a lot of resistance to social media too. And a couple things that people have said that have really helped me. One was get started on what you're comfortable with. And like the first thing that popped out of your mouth was LinkedIn.
Mhm.
And then don't worry about the rest. Like just focus on one.
Okay.
And do something and make it maybe, I don't know if I missed this, talking about how maybe you need a social media action buddy.
Mm-hmm.
You know, somebody else that you can even just text to that I posted on social media today. And even the practice of I'm gonna, like Ruthie did, like I'm gonna do a video every day for 30 days or something. What if you
Yes.
like, okay, one of your, no matter what, I'm gonna post something on LinkedIn for 30 days. Just to build that strength, that muscle,
Okay.
and get over the fear of doing it wrong.
Mm. Mm-hmm.
And then your second one as an actor should be Instagram, only because that's where
really?
casting directors are going.
Yeah,
exactly.
Just
But-
as an actor.
But just
Okay.
get started with LinkedIn for right now, you know?
Okay.
Just get started with one and find ways to make it fun for yourself and easy.
Okay. That's excellent. Thank you.
And so another step you could take once you're in LinkedIn is
Yeah.
maybe write a post a week that has to do with the service you provide.
Oh, okay.
Because then you're establishing yourself as an expert in that field.
Okay. Oh, that's excellent. And on LinkedIn, you can post daily?
Oh yeah,
So
you can
just the
post
pros and-
many times
Okay.
throughout
Oh,
the
that's
day.
excellent.
And so I would do it with a picture
Okay.
and, do it with a picture and a blurb.
Okay.
Another thing with LinkedIn is what they like hashtags. They like for you to use hashtags at the end of your posts.
Okay. That's I'll find a YouTube video.
Yeah, hashtag is just
The number sign.
the number sign with a word. So let's say you're talking about teaching acting, teaching improvisational acting. So that would be a hashtag. Hashtag
Oh.
improvisational acting.
Because it
Hashtag.
connects them with other things that use those words?
Right. What happens is every hashtag has like a following. So if you put actors in Hollywood, hashtag actors in Hollywood, that has a following. Hashtag Broadway actors, that has a following. And you can go on Google and type in hashtag for actors, hashtag for acting teachers.
Okay.
And see what comes up.
Oh, sure. So find the existing hashtags that already have a following.
Yes. And then you can create your own to start. Like it would be Carla Hendricks, hashtag Carla Hendricks.
Okay.
Always include your name hashtag.
Okay.
I got something for you on hashtags. I'll send you guys an
thank you.
It's really helpful.
Okay.
Okay. So then so then that would be it. And why is this important? Why is this goal important for you?
what this goal is important for me in order for me to get more work, to get more creative work, and to build relationships, and really find the people that I can be of service to.
Perfect. Find the people that can hire you.
That can hire me, yeah.
You're going to bring service wherever you go, but we need them to give us paychecks.
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you.
And when do you want to reach this goal by?
I feel like this could be by the end of the summer.
Okay,
Like,
so
say September
August 31st?
I'm going to say September 1st.
Okay, perfect.
Again.
September 1st.
That was my anniversary. So the more I can load that day up with positive.
Oh, beautiful. I love it. I love it.
Excellent.
All right.
2020. Thank you so much.
Yes.
This link helped me a lot with hashtags. Really
Okay.
smart.
Thanks, Lauren. Did you email that or is it in the chat?
It's in the chat. Do you want me to email it?
Actually, could you? Yeah. Thank you so much. I've not had a lot of success cutting and pasting from the chat links that then work later. I don't know what I'm doing wrong, but.
Okay, so I'm going to email it. Make sure you got this, okay?
Okay, thank you. Thank you both so much.
Oh, you're welcome. So Lauren, you're up.
Okay. Just kind of working
What's
on
your first goal?
My first goal is to have 35 students enrolled in my online classes by September 12th.
Awesome. That's a very specific goal. Yeah, unless there's something else you can add to it. I think it's very specific.
Okay. Why do I want to achieve this goal? I want to be profitable and self-supporting and to be of more service, be of service to more actors.
Excellent. Oh, you know what you can add to your goal is, do you have a certain specific age range that you want to?
Oh, I can be detailed. Yeah, I know exactly the ages and the.
Okay.
I'll add ages and numbers.
Okay, perfect.
Okay.
And then let's go to the steps.
I think also what I'm realizing as I'm writing down on your steps is that I think the other big reason I want to achieve this goal by September 12th is that my son is going to be at home remotely.
Oh.
And my concern is if I don't feel like I'm making an income, if I don't feel like I'm earning enough, then my attention will be I won't give him as much attention as I want to. It's really hard when I don't feel like I'm earning enough.
The balancing act.
Yeah, it's hard.
Yeah. So in one of these steps, to get you to that goal, you might want to do a 2 or 3 day acting challenge where you invite people to come in for free or for a minimal fee of like $10, take the challenge, take the actor prepared challenge, whatever your class is, you're going to boil it down into giving them just like a teaser of what the class is.
Yeah, I do free classes.
Yeah, well, they call them challenges now. It's a challenge.
On Instagram or on Facebook?
Either or, doesn't matter. Because they both have live streaming. And you can do it on both. There's a service called StreamYard that allows you to do multiple platforms at one time. So you don't have to do 3 different cameras or 2 different cameras to hit the platform. StreamYard.
Okay. I haven't done that. That sounds cool.
Yeah, you can also do YouTube. So they give you a few different platforms that you can use at going live at the same time. And with the challenges, you offer maybe an hour, like for 2 or 3 days, an hour session. So you're breaking down parts of what you're going to be teaching And then at the end of the challenge, then you offer them the class to say, hey, for a limited time, I have 12 spots available. You know, I'm taking 35 people. I only have 12 spots left. Let me know if you're interested. And usually those challenges have a 24-hour
Yeah.
time thing on them, so they have to join.
I'm used to doing free classes, so
And not in COVID, girl, not in COVID. Because even if they don't take the class, you made something with the challenge. Even if it's $10, people who pay something are gonna be more receptive than people who get it for free.
okay, right. So, okay. So what are the steps to take to achieve it?
Yes.
I'm taking a marketing class on Tuesday, Monday and Tuesday. I'm really excited about. I'm taking the story brand class.
You can also, a step you can also take is you could do like a $5-10 ad on Instagram or Facebook.
Yeah.
Target actors in the age range that you want. And you can do it just for LA if you want. You know, you can make it very specific.
No, this can be, it's online, so it can be all over. So I was going to make a marketing plan with I have a social media maven. I have a student who trades me for social, and she does social media.
Oh, wonderful.
She has an MBA. That's really awesome. I need to do an email campaign to my own email.
Okay.
But the way to do that is I have to get started with this woman I met yesterday, Mary Sue. I need to tell my clients.
So let me stop you right there. That's a step. Get together with Mary Sue. That's the step. Then the email campaign. That's
right. I just emailed her for the references and the pay and the thing. I think I could write this out a little bit clearer, but
okay.
Tell students currently and ask for referrals. Do you have any suggestions on that, you guys?
Say that again.
Do you have any suggestions on how to ask my current students for referrals?
Just say, hey, I'm getting ready to teach a class. I would love any referrals you could give me.
Okay, make it that simple.
You know, and you can also say, and you can also ask them for quotes.
Yeah, I got all that.
Yeah.
Reviews, yeah, I've just been hearing.
Because then you can make posts just with the quotes on it.
I wonder if you could offer that if their referral enrolls, they get a little break on their enrollment fee or something. I don't know.
Also, just make like Instagram posts of quotes of people talking about my class.
Yes. So you do the quote, and then underneath it, you would give the class and a contact number, or a contact email, rather.
Or link to sign up.
Yes, a link to sign up. Absolutely. Something else, Lauren, that I'll share with you that I learned recently when you're doing this is to create a Facebook group.
I have one.
So when they do the challenge, they automatically get put in the group, which allows them then to start building community within that group. And then that way, every time you're doing something, you can tap into that group and say, hey, you know, hey, so-and-so, we're going to start a new class September 12th. Join us, you know.
Okay, great. Okay, next one, and I'm embarrassed about this one. Communicate with agents and managers.
Okay. Oh, wait, we didn't. What was your obstacle for the last one? Sorry. Let's finish with the obstacle.
No. That was one of the steps. that's one of the steps to achieving these students in class was to communicate with agents and managers that
Oh, okay. Sorry, I thought you were going to a new goal. I was like, wait, we're not there yet. Okay, go ahead.
No.
Okay.
So,
And how are you communicating with them?
well, I can send out an email campaign. I haven't sent one out since COVID. But I always feel like I'm just asking for more students, and that's where I'm uncomfortable.
Okay, so I wouldn't do that. I think I would say to you that you're offering a service, not that you're asking for students, because you're not asking for students, you're offering a service. So I would, you know, I would say to you, you could do this either in an email or via phone and email. And just say, hey, I'm getting ready to start a class. If you have any clients who who would benefit from taking this class, this is what I offer. You know, please pass my information on to them.
I think that's what I think that's the distinction in my brain. I think that's where
Actors
that's
need
the distinction in my brain, which is that I feel like I'm asking for something instead of offering something.
Yeah, they need to sharpen their skills, and you are a sharpener. Yeah, that's what it is. It's like they're not giving you anything. You're providing them with a service to be better actors and to secure more work. Hey, if you're looking to get more work in the business, I can help you with your skills.
Okay.
I've been teaching for the last 20 years. You know, you do just a one line of what you.
I'm just gonna keep this right here.
I don't know what that is.
It's a sharpener.
Oh, good, because you're a sharpener, girl. You are a sharpener.
I love that. Thank you.
Yes.
Because I always feel like I'm asking for something. And
Yeah, you're not. You're not.
I'm offering a service.
That's right.
I have to remember that. Okay.
All right. So, why is this goal important to you?
Like I said, I need to earn and participate in my family. I want to rebuild my confidence in attracting students. And I want my classes full so I can support my son in school easily.
Okay, so how do we turn this into an affirmation?
So I can focus on my son in school, focus on my son. So my obstacles, was that the next one?
No, before the obstacle, let's go into your affirmation.
I've done, and I guess this is where I need your help because I've done these affirmations. I haven't done this much specific planning, in all honesty. And so I feel a little like betrayed by my affirmation that I've used, which is I have 35 students enrolled in class by September 12th.
No, so the affirmation is, I am teaching acting students to be their best self in roles, my online courses have a waiting list to them. I am in such demand my bank account is fat. Or my bank account is overflowing.
I want to say building is mounting.
There you go. not to mention, I get to have quality time with my son because of teaching online courses.
Thank you.
Because that means you're not having to get in your car and traveling, you know, wasting time traveling. You get to do it from your home.
Or sitting at my desk going, how do I find more students?
Yeah. So, okay.
All right. My second goal is this.
And did you have an obstacle?
My obstacles my obstacles are my discouragement, not following through and reaching out to students and agents and managers.
Okay. So so you need an accountability partner in this.
Yes, I do.
And I'd be happy to be your accountability partner.
I'll take you.
Because I will kick your ass and make you get that done.
I need Nicole. I'll take you, lady. I'll take you.
Okay. All right. And you're going to get this done by the 12th of September, right?
12th of September.
Okay. Let's go to your next goal.
Mine is this one is more vague, and that's where I think I need help. I need to complete a rewrite of my screenplay by September 19th and communicate with Marshall. Betty's my friend from Warner Brothers.
Okay, so those are two goals. So the first goal is to complete your rewrite. It's
about following up, because I spoke to him on June 19th, and he's like, yeah, I'll consider reading it again, but I'm talking about months, not years.
Okay.
It took a long time to get back to him before, and now he's like, yeah, I gotta get it. I gotta do it in 3 months is the way I see it.
Okay, so you're so let's make the goal about contacting him, and then we can put in what needs to happen as the rewrite. That'll make it a more simple.
Okay.
We'll streamline it for you. So goal to contact so-and-so about your rewrite. We're going to jump around with this one a little bit.
Well, the rewrite complete, like that.
Complete.
Yeah. Okay.
And then the date of the call. So we can go right to the deadline. So the date of the call will be
September 19th.
Okay, perfect. All right, now we go to why do you want to achieve this goal?
I don't want to drop the ball, and
that's not you want to achieve this goal because you want to sell this. It's got to be something more dynamic. The why has to be big to make you.
The why is big because I feel like I've dropped the ball before or run away before.
How about I want to prove to myself that I can follow through.
That makes me cry. Okay.
That's all right. Or not prove to myself, but I want to gift myself.
Yeah.
The gift of follow through.
Of creative follow through.
Yeah. That's
creative.
Good.
It's because
good.
If there's money or business attached, I can follow through. But when it comes to like committing to my creativity, it's harder.
Okay.
Anybody relate to that?
All the time. So in the steps, you would want to put your rewrite.
Yeah, and I think I need to, what I want to commit to you guys is I need to make a more specific plan around that.
So how much time every day will you give to your rewrite? Is it an hour? Is it a half an hour?
For some reason, 25 minutes hits my head.
Okay, well, 25 is good. That's a Pomodoro. So 25 minutes daily towards your rewrite.
Yeah, because it's and I'm trying to schedule today to speak to somebody because he said it has to definitely be 10 times better. So I need to know, I need to qualify that.
So what you need is to have a couple people read your script and give you notes. Specifically, how can I make this better?
But it has to be the right people, because the people who've already read it loved it.
The right people. Well, sometimes people who love it can also give you notes if you trust them.
Yeah, that's what I want to talk to this person about, who gives me the notes.
Okay, great.
So I want to talk to Sean about who should give me the notes. And I know that part of the problem is that it looks too much like a really old film, and I need to
Update it.
I need to go through it, and I need to work on the storyline that is too familiar to another storyline.
Okay.
And I need to, one of the things I want to do is Ruthie's writing exercises on these characters.
Excellent.
Yeah, I think that those would be the first steps, and talk to Sean.
All right.
And then I'll need new steps.
Okay. Why is this?
I have to say, so I need to make a commitment to follow up with somebody when I get those done, to go to the next, to figure out what the next steps are.
Okay. So you can follow up with me, and we can talk through your steps.
These steps done. Okay.
All right. Why is this goal important?
I have to make this film.
Breathe. Okay. This goal. Well, the world needs to see this film. Isn't that a bigger why?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is there healing in this film? Is there, what? So this film will heal the world. That's why it needs to get done.
Okay.
Because it takes it out of you. It's bigger than you. Again, we go back to the mission. It's like we're making goals with mission.
Oh, I missed that. It's bigger than me. What obstacles do I see in getting completed this goal? My own distraction, either by me or by family.
Okay, good. So then it's the distraction. So you go, okay, there's a distraction. I need to switch and make that 25-minute timeline. And so can you do the 25 minutes when you first get up? Can you get up a little earlier to do the 25 minutes so that?
You know what? I'm doing an early meditation every morning. And I think that what would be great is if I go do my meditation, eat breakfast, and write.
Perfect. Because then the rest of your day, whatever obstacles comes in, you already got the 25 minutes in on your writing.
Okay. Okay.
How does that feel?
That feels great.
Awesome. All right. I want to finish this up.
Thank you so much.
Thank you, ladies, so much. I want to just go. Carla's here. Oh, she's.
Oh, you did yours. Betty, did you do yours?
I did, but Betty didn't.
Oh, Betty. I'm sorry, Betty. Hello, Betty. Chelsea.
Unmute yourself, bub.
Hi, guys.
Hi, Chelsea. What are your goals?
Well, honey, it's getting awfully late.
Yeah, but that's okay. We can still do your goals.
Yep, I can stay.
But I can't.
Oh, well, can we do one of your goals?
Sort out / declutter my spare bedroom / office.
Okay.
Right now it's a storage room.
Okay.
But it's not usable, you know what I'm saying?
Uh-huh.
So I want to clear it out so that I can use it as an office and
Okay.
a voice recording studio so that I can be more creative in my life.
Okay,
outside
so
of being creative in my job.
can we go to a completion date for that?
August 31st.
Okay, perfect.
And the reason why I said it to me, it seems it's so far away, is because it's not as doable on the weekday because I'm working from 9 to 7 or something like that on a daily basis.
Okay,
except for
so
the
that's
weekend.
your obstacle, that you can't work
Yeah.
on the weekday.
So right, so I have my weekends set to work on the office.
Okay,
or that
so
week.
let me ask you, what assistance, we're going to jump down to assistance to help you reach this goal. What assistance do you need?
Well, my daughter offered to hire somebody to help me.
Okay, so can you get that scheduled?
Yeah.
That person can come in next weekend and so you can start it?
Actually, it'll have to be the following weekend.
Okay.
Because my daughter's getting ready to go to Vancouver, so I have to help her pack up
Okay,
her house. She's first on this.
okay.
Yeah.
So can one of
But
your
yes, the
one
following
of your
weekend.
steps be set appointment with the person in 2 weeks?
Yes. Yes.
For 2 weeks. You have
For
to
2
set
weeks,
it
yes,
now.
set it now for 2 weeks. Thank you, Lauren, for that clarification. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you.
And why is the goal important for you?
Well, I think they're kind of ethereal. To feel better about my home, to be fit, to feel better about myself, and to free
Okay.
up the energy in my house.
Okay,
What about the mission is that you have gorgeous creative skills that the world needs, that we need as a world to see you and hear you.
Say that one more time. I have what?
What I think that the world needs to hear your voice and see your creative skills in life. We need to experience the creativity that you've been given.
I would add to that, I am an outstanding actress who gets to share my skill set with the world and make a great living from it.
Beautiful, thank you.
If you can't, because part of what you said was you're cleaning it out so you can have a space to do voiceover work.
Right.
And so that should be why you want to achieve this goal, to
Okay.
create a space to be able to record voiceovers.
Yeah.
Right.
To
Oh,
share your gifts. To share your gifts.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much. I have a hard time reconnecting to that. I mean, I used to be into what you're saying years ago before I got the job I'm in now. But once I got this job, I have to, what I looked at it as, that I was punishing myself for failing because I left Warner Brothers and I had a couple of years to work on my acting, which was a joyous time, but I did not, quote, succeed in the way I thought I should. So I had to go back to the office so I could survive. I needed money. So I just kind of thought this job was my punishment. So it's been hard to get creative again.
So Chelsea,
Yeah.
let me pray over you real quick because I know that story too well. So Father God, I just lift up Chelsea to you. I just ask to heal those wounds that have been inflicted on her and by her, that have sabotaged her. I just thank you, God, for restoring to her everything that was stolen during this time of this job that she's taken on. And I just thank you for giving her clear vision again, restoring to her the vision of her creativity and why you created her. It wasn't for this job. It was to do the mission that you brought her here to do, which was to be an artist, a full, living, dynamic, well endowed actress, to be able to share her gift and talent with the world. I thank you, Father God, for making a way for her where there is none, to restoring to her everything that was stolen from her, ideas, jobs, roles, creativity, just her courage, her confidence, and her dignity. In Jesus' mighty name, restore to her everything that was stolen 100 times, Lord, in Jesus' name. Amen.
Amen.
Amen. Thank you so much. That was beautiful. Thank you.
So Chelsea, you're on the road to getting everything back. And this this purging of the clutter and is the beginning of your restoration of your career.
Amen. I believe so too.
Okay.
Thank you.
Carla was going to say something.
I was just going to offer, because I'm in really exactly the same place in a lot of ways. I have also just set up a voiceover studio space for myself.
Oh, good for you.
But Chelsea, I'd love to be your accountability partner if you'd like.
Oh, thank you. Okay.
Okay, so
Yeah.
reach out anytime.
I will. I have your
schedule.
email address. Yes.
Great, okay.
Thank you.
And Chelsea, you know I support you. I'm here.
Thank you, Lauren. Appreciate it. I love you ladies so much.
Love you. You have a great day.
You too, hon.
Cheering
too,
you
hon.
on.
Okay.
All right.
Oh my Lord.
Okay, so I'll just finish this. If you give me 5 more minutes, we'll be done.
Mhm.
Lauren, you're okay?
I'm fine. I just cry. I'm a crier.
All right. I just want to make sure everybody's good.
Are you kidding? That was so beautiful. Who would have thought a goal setting seminar would like bring me to tears, man?
Okay, so now accountability. We want to create a supportive system. We want to create that team that will cheer us on, that we will feel empowered by. Accountability is not just taking on anybody to give your goals to, because you really want to keep them protected from the naysayers, from the people who will try to steal your dreams or tear you down. You want to find that 1, 2, 3 key people who will love on you, nurture you, and that you can do the same for. So it's a partnership. It's not just gimme, 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 gimme. It's like, how do we help each other grow and build? And when done right, accountability partners help you and themselves soar. I'm a big believer that you should connect with your accountability every week, because life happens and life will want to kick your ass. And having somebody weekly that you can touch base with really girds you up in a way that you can't do by yourself, you know, because by ourselves, we will drown. We are good at doing for other people, but not necessarily good for doing for ourselves. And when you have somebody who you can have as an accountability partner, what it does is it reminds you of your beauty, your courage, your creativity, and your youthfulness, right? Because as a kid, you're like, I can do this, I got this, let me go and take this. But when you're in the world by yourself, trying to make those goals happen, all you keep hearing is, you're a failure, you're never going to get there, it's never going to happen to you. What do you think you're doing? You're too old for this, you're over the hill, you're not old enough. Whatever the lie is, the world will bring at you. And accountability partners help you to keep that gook off of you. Think of mud. getting on you when you're by yourself. And when you have accountability partner, they have the hose and they're hosing you down. They're hosing that mud off of you. So my big goals have come to pass as a direct result because of my accountability partners. So a tool I love to use for goal setting are vision boards. I'm a big believer in not only writing it down, but then putting picture and words that I can look at to support what it is that I want. I've been making goals books for the last 20 years and teaching goals classes. And I use it to, let me go back. I use the goals book as a journal, as a calendar, and as goals, just as a notebook to help me tweak my goals. So I carry it wherever I go. When I'm going out to a meeting, I'll take it with me, because if I'm sitting in a restaurant pre-coronavirus days, sitting in a restaurant waiting for that person to come, I go through my goals. I'm jotting it down. I'm making notes. I keep it in my car during the day. So if I'm driving and I have to stop and I've got a little time on my hands, I go back to my book and I'm making my notes. I'm figuring out what I need to do. I'm sharpening my tools. And then at night, I will look at my book before I go to bed. And I'm putting that in me, the last thing at night and the first thing in the morning, reminding myself of my goal. So I have a link, and I'll send it to you guys on a video that I made of how to make a goals book.
Awesome.
So the other part that I love of goal setting is recording a goals affirmation for yourself that you can listen to at night or in the morning or when you're driving, so that you're putting it in you.
I'm sorry, that was me.
Oh, okay. One of the things scientifically that they talk about is when you're sleeping, you put stuff into your subconscious. So a lot of times at night, when I'm going to sleep, I will let those affirmations play throughout the night. I will keep my iPhone near me, and I'll just let the GarageBand loop keep going, so that it's fortifying me. And it's getting right into my spirit and into my subconscious, so that all that negative stuff is getting shaken from my being. And the affirmations that I gave you is this one. And just to give you an example of what you can do. So you write your own affirmation list to help you. And you can make it as long as you want and put music underneath it in GarageBand and just listen to yourself. So throughout the day, I like to visualize my stuff. I like seeing the pictures. They speak to me, those goals that I want the picture of it. It helps me. I also believe in the power of words when you're doing your goals, visualizing it and seeing words. When I was doing my one-person show, I put all the words that I wanted in my reviews so that it was speaking back to me, so that when the reviews came out, I did get to have some fabulous words coming back at me. One of the things that I subscribe to is visualizing your goals before you go to bed, to just see yourself in it, the emotion of what it feels like to have it. You know, if it's a car, that you see yourself in that car, driving around in that car, and how you feel. You feel free, you feel fun, you feel happy, whatever that feeling is, to really see yourself experiencing the wholeness of it, the emotion of it. I also like to do it when I first get up. I will meditate on a goal that I want, and just visualize me having accomplished it already, and how it feels. So it's not just the accomplishment, but again, it's putting that emotion in it to make you feel it. You know, how does it feel, Lauren, to have 35 students that you're teaching online, and you don't have to worry about money, and you have time with your son? It's taking in the ginormousness of it. That's not even a word, but I'm gonna say it. The ginormousness of that whole experience. You're just owning it. See yourself enjoying your accomplished goals. So one of my goals is to have a partnership with Oprah Winfrey. I don't know how, but that's a goal that I have. Okay. So the first picture, the visualization picture, was a picture I had in my goals book. And last month I was able to get a nice book shelf.
It's
to
beautiful.
feel that, you know, that the first bookshelf is actually for a house. When I looked into how much it cost, it's too much to put into an apartment. But what could I do? How could I scale it to have it now? So I was able to give that to myself last month. So my last one would be, people with goals succeed because they know where they're going. Sometimes we abort the goal too early because we didn't take the necessary steps to break it down. We allowed an obstacle to get in our way, and we abandoned the goal. And in abandoning the goal, we abandoned ourselves and our dream.
Yep. Yeah.
So my desire is to have people not only set their goals, but reach them and be able to walk in a victorious way that nobody can take from them. And goals work when you write them down, when you set your date of when you're going to accomplish them, when you review those goals daily, look at them daily. I have gotten so fanatical about my goals. I have turned my bedroom into my war room. I've got a big dry marker board that is my calendar, and then my door, the inside of my closet door, I have all my goals laid out, broken down into how I'm going to get them. So when it's right in the area where I have to go when I first get up to get my clothes. So I spend 5, 10, 15 minutes just going through that process when I first get up. And I cannot tell you how empowering it is to have it speaking to you, and I keep my markers not only by the dry board, but in my bathroom, and I write on my mirror. So because after you look at it and you take your shower, your brain is active and you have all these ideas going. So when I get out of the shower, I write it right on the mirror, and then I transfer it to where it has to go. But that way I don't lose the idea. It allows me to continue the process throughout the day. any final thoughts from you before we get off? And I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me.
Oh my God,
see
thank you
this.
so much.
Oh my God, Lydia, it's unbelievable. Amazing. Thank you.
I really want to have you do this for my students in December. So you and I are going to talk about how to do that.
Oh, absolutely.
I love that idea. And by the way, I have to just say, I had an itch in my, I sat outside and meditated, and I had a bug that in my bra, and I forgot while we were watching this that you guys are all watching me, and I stuck my hand in my shirt, so I apologize. Please don't put it on YouTube, or don't post it, okay?
We won't. It's hilarious.
You missed it, Betty. Thank you so much, Lydia. This was wonderful.
Thank you.
Thank you, Lydia. It was amazing. Amazing. So grateful.
Well,
5 stars.
I want to end it with a prayer.
I love that.
So, Father God, we just thank you for this time. We thank you for just blessing us, inspiring us, and giving us the strength and the courage to realize our dreams, Lord, and that we can have audacious goals. We don't have to operate on a low frequency anymore. We can operate from the highest frequency that you have for us. You created us with a mission and a destiny, Lord, and we are asking for your assistance in giving us those goals that allow us to reach our mission and our destiny. Let us be aligned with what we are supposed to be doing on earth, and let us pull away and let us separate from those things that have been distracting us, those things that are keeping us in oppression. Let us soar now. You said that you would renew us like the young eagles. So we are asking for that energy. We're asking for the insight. We're asking for the fortification of the angels to protect us and open doors for us that we need to accomplish these goals. And we thank you, Lord, that this prayer does not fall to the ground, but it accomplishes everything it set out to do. And I just lift up Carla and Lauren and Chelsea and Sonia and Ruthie and everybody else that watches this video. And I thank you that you not only empower them, but that they are able to write their goals down specifically, to have their why be extraordinary, and to complete the mission. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Thank you so much.
You're welcome. Thank you, girls. I appreciate you guys. Thank you.
I appreciate you guys too. Thank you.
Appreciate all
Have
of you.
a wonderful, wonderful week.
Bye.